The other thing that I started to switch, instead of thinking, if you're not good at something instantly, you'll never be good at it, I now see that the 1% change per day truly does compound over time. It's not a myth. It's something I live by every single day now. I have so many little habits, positive habits that are encoded into my day that are amplifying day by day, month by month, year by year. And I'm looking at the progress I'm making going, holy shit. I used to just be so impatient that I thought I had to achieve it all in a day and I had to see the results that same day. And if I didn't, so frustrated. Reminder, you did not come here to play someone else's game, to box yourself in, or to let fear guide your choices. You came here to experience joy and abundance and to love the shit out of your life. The Trajectory podcast is here to remind you of a few important truths. 1, you are the creator of your reality. 2, anything that you can dream or imagine, you can create. 3, following passion is the quickest way to align you with your true path. 4, your reality is always a reflection of your current thoughts and beliefs, and those thoughts and beliefs can be changed at any time. You are amazing, and it's time to own who you really are. Tune in weekly to be reminded that you can create the life that you're dreaming of and to learn exactly how to do it. Get inspired by those who have been bold enough to follow their passions and have created their dream life because of it. If you're ready to stop playing small, stop holding yourself back, and start aligning with your trajectory, let's do it. Hey, guess what? You are allowed to consistently update your beliefs. And I want to talk about that today. I know we've touched onto this just a little bit in previous episodes, but this is a big one for people. It can hold people back from actually pursuing what they want to do, from stepping into those projects that are calling to them, because they think, and I certainly fell into this for many years, thinking, well, I can't do a podcast yet because I don't know everything yet. I don't know all the things. And it's just a really easy trap to fall into, to feel like you keep giving yourself these, I'll just give myself another year of study, or I'll just give myself another year of this, whatever. Obviously, there are some things that you do need to study and get a qualification for before you can take that next step. But I'm talking about passion. When you have these passions that are burning inside of you and you yourself are holding you back because you keep noticing that your beliefs are changing, that your standing points are changing, that what you stand for in general keeps changing, because the world that we're living in right now is changing so fast, because we have so much access to so much information and seeing so many different examples of different people's lives and different perspectives. We're just bombarded with constantly going, I thought I had it all sorted yesterday, and then today I've just listened to this podcast or this TV show or whatever, read a new book, and now everything's changed again. And it can feel really overwhelming. It's a beautiful thing to have so much information that we can access at any point from anywhere. But it's also can be a bit of a trap where you start to feel like, I'm never going to know enough. I'm just never going to know enough. There's just so much to learn. And the truth is, what you stand for now is an important part of your story. It's a really important part. And other people might really benefit from knowing about where you're at right now, because they might be in a similar position. It might help them propel their own journey a little bit. But the thing is, you learn as you take action. And this is something that you've probably heard before, but I can say wholeheartedly, this has been my experience doing this podcast. I held myself back for so long, for 7 years, craving it, wanting to do it so badly, knowing there's a part of me that just has to do this thing, but kept telling myself, I've just got to do a little bit more here. I've just got to refine this part of myself. I've just got to be perfect, right? And what is perfect? It's boring. It's cooked. It's done. It's finished. You know what I mean? Imperfections are literally what is so beautiful about humanity. When you listen to a song and you hear someone's voice when they're doing like those vocal riffs and it sort of goes off a little bit in an unusual, obscure way, that's beautiful. They might not have even planned to do that, but it makes the song. When it comes to painting, like I love art, I love painting like landscapes and pretty much anything that I can paint a sun in and with some like rays of sunlight, 'cause I'm obsessed with looking at the sun streaming through trees and stuff. But it's always the imperfections when I stand back at the end that I love the most. They're the parts that when I'm painting it, I go, oh, what did I just do there? Oh, I've just slipped on that mountain. I just made it a little bit wonky. And then when I step back and look at it, I'm like, no, that looks beautiful. And that's what nature would look like. It doesn't look perfect. When you look out at the trees around you, at the mountains, the plants, anything that is nature, that is natural, they're not cookie cutter. They're not all lined up exactly the same. Every single grade, every single blade of grass is completely different. Even though from a distance they might look similar, everything has its own unique quirk, its own look. And so you becoming okay, you're the only one who needs to make peace with this about yourself, right? Others actually will be a lot more lenient than you believe they will be. We sort of build up in our heads thinking, if I'm not perfect, everyone else is going to judge me. But the truth is, the more imperfect you are, the more you are showing people it's okay to be imperfect. They're relating to that part of you because they know that they're not perfect and they're trying to make peace with it. So you're actually doing a greater service by showing your imperfections. And this is the conclusion I finally came to when I started doing this podcast. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I need to just stop trying to make every single episode perfect. There are some things that I say, I think it was last week or the week before or something, I did a solo episode and I was talking about how I very rarely drink coffee. And so I said, I hardly ever drink coffee, like really rarely, only when I work. And to anyone external, that would sound so weird. That would sound like I never work. I'm constantly working. What I meant was that what I do for a living, I shoot video content. So I'm shooting and then I'm editing. And so when I go out on shoots, that's when I have coffee. But I didn't clarify that. I didn't specify. And, me a couple of years ago would have looked at that and gone, oh, people are going to think I never work or whatever. And I'm just laughing at it now. I think that's hilarious. Like, if it sounds like I literally never work. I'm like, I just never have coffees, guys. So rarely. Only really when I work. Like, that's just awesome. I love that because I know me. You know what I mean? I'm good with me. I'm not relying on people completely understanding every little bit of me. I'm here sharing the things that I want to share because they're in me to share. They want to be out there. They want to be heard by whoever is meant to hear them. And when people hear these words that I'm putting out there, they're only taking the little bits that they're needing, right? It's not all for them. They're not going to resonate with every single thing I say. And me making peace with that was a huge part of the picture of finally stepping into doing this podcast. And I have to say, every single episode, I learn new things. I'm up to episode 75 now, I think. And that's just mind-blowing. It's been 8 months up to episode 75, and I'm just now feeling like I'm starting to sort of slightly almost get into the groove of it. But that's not to discourage anyone to go, oh my God, it's going to take so long to get into the groove of things. But you're learning little baby steps along the way, every little thing. But the truth is, if you can give yourself the peace of mind to accept that you are going to be flawed when you start things, but that it's actually in the doing of the thing that you want to do that helps you to learn more about it, then you're going to be able to make peace with the fact that it might take you a little while to become a pro at this thing that you want to do. And every day, if it's something that you enjoy, what's wrong with that? You're gaining so much every day. I'm gaining so much from this podcast. It's blowing my mind. Just the people I'm meeting, the connections I'm making. I've ended up doing like actual video shoots with some of the people that I've interviewed and just learned so much. And I keep learning so much. And I keep learning about me. Every single episode, I'm learning more about me because there's no filter here, right? This is me and you, and we're just vibing. And that terrified me for so long because I was like, well, if I don't say the right thing, maybe I won't help people. Maybe I'll give them the wrong idea. Maybe. But the truth is, my heart is in the right place. I know what I'm here to do. I know what I'm trying to achieve. And I'm just doing the best I can. That's literally all I can do. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying this episode so far and getting a lot of value out of it. I'd love to ask you to take just a couple of seconds to rate and subscribe to this channel. Once you do that, take a screenshot, let me see that subscribe button hit and the rating, DM that to me on Instagram @Trujectory, one word, and I have a gift for you. I'm going to send you a link that's going to lead you to some digital artwork. These are pieces that are all original photography. I've gone out in nature and taken some beautiful shots. I've got some quotes over the top. I've got some affirmations. And these are pieces that you can blow up to any size that you wish and hang them around your home or your office. And they're going to keep you in a positive mental headspace at all times. Whenever you look at them, they're really calming, beautiful pieces. So thank you so much in advance for rating and subscribing. I really appreciate your support. It's going to help us get these messages out to a larger audience. And I want this space to be somewhere that you can come every single week to be supported, to be motivated, to be inspired, to be reminded that you can create the life that you choose. And all of the beautiful guests that I have on every week are examples of just that. So thank you in advance. I've got so much love for you. Stay true, and I'll see you soon. So being less hard on yourself, and stop expecting yourself to know every single thing about every single aspect of the thing that you want to do, and allowing yourself to just get started. Take the first step, know the first step, take the first step, and the next step will be revealed to you when you start taking that action. You're going to jump in and go, oh, suddenly I realize now I need to do this and this and this. You'll do those 3 things and then go, oh, now that I'm here, I can see that I now need to do this, this, this. It's just a constant, beautiful learning journey. So loving yourself, backing yourself, and allowing yourself to speak your current truth and be okay with that truth evolving as you do is such a gift that you can give to yourself. I am blown away at how different my beliefs are now. I mean, they keep changing, and they will keep changing. The more I learn, the more I know, the more I act differently, the more I make different choices. And, for example, before I started tapping into my spiritual nature, my perspectives on life was that life is a struggle, and it always will be. Everyone around me was telling me that, and that's what I believed. That's the story that I was fed and the story that I took in and went, oh my gosh, life is a struggle, and it's just going to keep getting worse. And I'm going to finally make enough money to retire, and then I'm going to be so old that I'm not going to have any strength to do anything with that money or that time. What the hell is this whole thing for? This just didn't make sense to me. And it was so negative and deflating. I also thought, this was one of my favorites when I look back now. Oh my gosh, this took me a long time to get over, guys. This one, patience. I used to think that if I wasn't good at something right away or relatively quickly, because I am naturally good at quite a few things when it comes to art and athletic things. Definitely not technology, definitely not maths, definitely not geography. There's so many things I'm not good at, but there are a few, areas where I was naturally gifted. And so if I'd try something within those sorts of fields, like art or sport or something, and I wasn't instantly good at it, I thought, well, that's it. I'll never be good at it. Stop trying. Done with that. Move on to the next. It's amazing. We'll look at what I believe now in a minute. But another one that I believed back a few years ago, was that if a relationship isn't good, you just need to work harder. You just need to give more. It'll never be amazing, but you can get by with it being mediocre. That's a great bar to set. It's a great level to strive towards. Mediocre relationships. Wow. So now the comparison, when I look at life, I believe that life is what you believe it is. If you believe it's a struggle, hell yes, it's going to be a struggle. If you believe that it's flow and that it seamlessly moves around you and co-creates with you, then guess what? That's what you're going to experience. And that has been my experience. I've lived in both worlds. I've lived a very long time with a negative mindset, scarcity, lack, fear, doubt. And now, very much the opposite. And when I look at my life now, the place that I live in, the beautiful people that I've attracted, the amazing projects that I'm working towards, the collaborations I'm doing artistically with music and artists, and the people that I'm meeting with the podcast, my work. I love my job. I get to create videos all the time. I get to be creative every day. I get paid to do what I love. My beliefs changed. So my reality changed around me. And it is possible for you to do that at any time. The other thing that I started to switch, instead of thinking, if you're not good at something instantly, you'll never be good at it, I now see that the 1% change per day truly does compound over time. It's not a myth. It's something I live by every single day now. I have so many little habits, positive habits that are encoded into my day that are amplifying day by day, month by month, year by year. And I'm looking at the progress I'm making going, holy shit, this is not a joke. I used to just be so impatient that I thought I had to achieve it all in a day and I had to see the results that same day. And if I didn't, so frustrated. And that's a really good way to just stay in a negative state, right? To just stop believing in yourself. And when it came to the relationships, I used to think, like I said, that if it's not good, just work harder. And mediocre is what you're aiming for. And now, ooh, nay. If a relationship is only ever draining me, it isn't for me. I deserve to have people add to my life and not take from it. And I very much know that now. I stand by that. And it's just incredible how much you can change your beliefs because of life, right? You're going to experience new things every day. Hopefully, if you're not in a, Groundhog Day type loop that you've created for yourself. If you're open to change and new experiences, you're going to learn more. As you learn more, you do more. As you do more, you learn more. It just keeps evolving. So be cool with yourself changing and allow that change to be transparent. You don't need to hide that. If you're really wanting to start a podcast, I know a lot of people are wanting to start a podcast or all different programs, all sorts of things, because there's so many opportunities to work online now, which is fantastic. Don't feel like you have to be perfect. Just be real. Just be true. That's all you ever have to be. And that's what attracts people to you. They see the truth in you and you're letting them be okay with the truth in them, which is that we are all flawed. And I fucking love that. I love that we're flawed. That is perfect to me. The fact that the little flaws within all of us make up who we are. And that's what makes us great. So I hope this has helped to remind you that you do have the ability to take that action on that thing that you really want to do, and that it is going to steer you. It's going to lead you, guide you. It's going to chisel you into the amazing human that you came here to be. Just trust, allow, and don't be so hard on yourself. Continuously update your beliefs. It's a fantastic thing to do. So let me know how you go with this work. Let me know what your favorite part of this episode was. Hit me up on Instagram at Trujectory or at Sarah Louise Maxwell. I love hearing from you guys and how much you're learning from these episodes. And if there's anything in particular that you really want me to do an episode on, just let me know. I'll add it to the roster. But thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your time. I'm wishing you all the best and I hope you stay true. Love you.